water disciples will learn how to swim in 4 feet of water, but drown in 5 feet.
That's good, see.
So, Pastor Clark, where do you get that from? I have gotten to the place that I'm so complacent. I will only learn the terrain that I'm used to. So when Jesus is trying to push me higher, when he's trying to discipline me to go higher, when he's trying to strengthen me in the discipline, I lose focus, I lose sight, I give up. I get, woe me, why me? I can't do this. It's too hard. I want it, but I really don't want it. I say I want it, but I'm not willing to go any further. And I will drown in self-pity saying that this is just too hard. Yes, God, I know what you're requiring of me. God, I know that you're calling me higher, but I'm accustomed to swimming in 4 feet of water. Why, God, will you push me off into the deep water? Why would you send me into the middle of the sea to allow the wind to buffet me? So I'll drown in 5 feet. Why? Because our mentality is not to attempt to go any farther. When the king is calling for deep water swimmers, he will place you in a rowboat that will cause you to either trust or doubt. That will either cause you to work or to give up. That will either cause you to transition or to stand still. When the king is calling for deep water swimmers, he will place you in a rowboat that will either cause you to truth or to doubt. That will either give you the ability to work or to give up. Will give you the ability to transition, to move further, or to stand still. Well, when you look down at the verses, when you look down at verse 27, the Bible says in verse 25 that Jesus was on the 4th watch, meaning that he was already in intercessory prayer. He knew the disciples was in trouble. Baby, don't you think 1 second that while you are in trouble, that God has left you alone. While you are in trouble, that God is not praying on your behalf. While you are in trouble, that God has not heard your cry. While you are in trouble, that God has not foresight on your situation. Amen, lights. Amen, lights. God, you've been knowing all this time my trouble. You've been knowing all this time my struggle. You've been knowing all this time my dilemma. You've been knowing all this time my heartache. You've been knowing all this time that I've been going through. Oh, come on, saints of God. You've been knowing all this time that I have been in this place, Lord God, that appears that I can't get out. God, you've been knowing all this time that I'm here and I cannot get up. God, you've been seeing me struggle in 4 feet of water, and then you push me out into the deep, and you expected me to swim on. But we forget that my God was praying for me, that my God was standing in the gap for me, that my God was on my side, that my God will not leave me nowhere. He will save me, that my God is an everlasting God, that my God is a sustainer while I'm in the midst of it. Verse 27, but Jesus immediately said to them, take courage, men. It is I. Don't be afraid. Well, why is Jesus telling them to take courage? That's because they thought they knew their Father at one point. But it's not until we're in bad situations that we lose sight of who God is. Even when God is near us, we are not close enough in relationship with him to recognize that he's the one there for us. The disciples were in a storm because they were trying to be obedient to Christ. Wait a minute. Jesus sent them to go to the other side. I don't see any men acting up saying, I'm not going. I'm not listening to the pastor. I'm not going to do what you're telling me to do. I see all the men getting into the boat. That's the first step. Of obedience. But that's just part of the plan is getting into the boat. So, because the disciples were willing to get into the boat, because of their obedience, they now facing a storm. Hold a second, God. You telling me when I act in obedience, you're going to place me in a storm. God, it just doesn't make any sense that you are the one that told me to go on the other side. And you are the one that knows that the storm is coming. But you are the one that's going to send me in the midst of the storm. God, what are you doing here, God? You messing up my thought pattern, Lord God. So the disciples was not like Jonah. God told Jonah to go to Nineveh and preach against, he told them to preach against the Assyrians and what they had done. But Jonah said, I'm not going to do it. So Jonah is like some of us. Jonah ran away from the Lord. And while Jonah was on his way running from the Lord, the Bible says he gets on a boat. And while he's on the boat, the Bible says he's in the bottom of the boat sleeping. And all of a sudden a storm come up. Well, for us believers, there will be times in our lives when we run from God, God will allow a storm to put us back on track. But this thing is getting me that these disciples were obedient, but then they had to face a storm. God, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I've been praying, I've been fasting, and I'm sold out to you, Lord God. I don't do what I used to do. I don't club like I used to club. I'm not a whore like I used to whore, God. God, I don't drink or smoke, Lord God. Now, God, that I'm doing what you asked me to do. Now I'm facing hell like I've never seen hell before. I'm facing storms like I've never seen storms before. My faith is being tested right now. I know what God is telling me to do, but this thing is hurting me. It's a twofold problem here, Shayna. I'm walking in obedience and I'm facing a storm, but in the storm,